All right, folks, welcome back to Roland Martin Unfiltered. Xavier University of Louisiana, they've canceled its plans for U.S. Ambassador to the United Nations Linda Thomas-Greenfield to deliver its 2024 undergraduate commencement address after students voiced their displeasure with her stance on the war in Gaza. Thomas-Greenfield was scheduled to speak at Saturday's ceremony for the Xavier's College of Arts and Sciences graduation. Yet, Dr. Reynold Verret released this statement. In recent days, we have heard the voices of a number of students and others in the Xavier community who have expressed reservations over the invitation to Ambassador Linda Thomas-Greenfield to serve as our 2024 commencement speaker and have shared their strong views on the United States position on the conflict in the Middle East. There are also many in the community who admire Ambassador Thomas-Greenfield and believe she would meaningfully contribute to the commencement ceremony. That said, everyone's goal is to have a commencement ceremony that appropriately honors the graduates and their achievements. The vast majority of students want to be able to enjoy a commencement ceremony free of disruptions. Therefore, we will not be moving forward with the commencement speaker as originally planned. We came to this regrettable conclusion together with Ambassador Thomas-Greenfield's team. We look forward to welcoming the ambassador to campus in the future to engage with our students and faculty in substantive conversations. Xavier exists to fulfill its mission rooted in the values of justice, the pursuit of peace, and the elevation of the human spirit. For nearly 100 years, Xavier has dedicated itself to developing critical thinkers, innovators, advocates, activists, and professionals who are deeply imbued with the understanding that they have been blessed with an education for the creation of a more just, humane society. Founded by St. Catherine Drexel and the Sisters of the Blessed Sacrament, Xavier boldly fulfills its mission to prepare students who assume roles of leadership and service in a global community. Today that mission remains as necessary and relevant as ever. Through prayerful discernment, dialogue, and steadfast fidelity to our faith and calling, may we be instruments of peace. Matt, looking at that statement there, I mean, look, you've had USC canceling its graduation over concerns about security because it's valedictorian Muslim. Cal Berkeley today, you had some folks who were shouting, protesting there. You've got people been raising concerns and students and faculty about President Biden addressing Morehouse. Just your thoughts on this rancor around administration officials speaking at commencement this year.
Well, I think first, the people who tend to take umbrage to this are the same people who laud the proud patriots at the Boston, where they threw the Tea Party, Boston Tea Party, right? Protest is okay as long as it fits your narrative. Protest is a problem if it doesn't meet your narrative. And I actually think Xavier took the wrong position here. I understand not wanting to foment this rancor and have people at a graduation ceremony, which, no pun intended, is about pomp and circumstance. You want people there to be able to walk across the stage and celebrate this with their families. However, colleges have always been and must remain in society a place where free speech is at its boldest and is at its most robust. Therefore, I think Xavier made a mistake by capitulating. I think it's good that there are students who are bold in their standing against the ambassador's position. I think that is important and is fruitful in a society based on free speech, at least theoretically. But I don't think that the college should have gotten rid of her unless there was credible threats that there was going to be violence or whatever. I think right now these university administrators are concerned about how to address this. They don't know how to, toe the line between free speech and making sure that there is decorum and safety and security on campus. But this is where this is supposed to happen, at colleges. Students are supposed to protest. Students are supposed to speak out. Students are supposed to have an issue. And frankly, if an issue comes up in the graduation, then you deal with it appropriately. But I think it is unfortunately cowardly to back away from somebody you have as a speaker because some contingent of people don't want them to speak. I think you deal with the consequences when it happens. And that's my opinion on it.
Michael, agree, disagree?
I agree with Xavier. Personally, I would ask the question, when we have commencement speeches, right? the graduation is for the people who earned enough credits to graduate. So at a graduation, I would want somebody who I would really want to hear. I would want somebody who's going to be inspiring, who's going to be entertaining, okay? Now, she's a brilliant woman, Linda Thomas-Greenfield, not to take anything away from her, but I would ask the question, what was the process that Xavier went through to choose a commencement speaker? Was it by student poll, or, how'd you come up with this? So with them, and Matt mentioned protests. Well, I think there were people protesting against her being there. And universities where you have discussion and things, things of this nature, and everybody's not going to agree. But if they say, well, wait a second, also keep in mind, parents are coming to the graduation. Parents paid money to see their children, for their children to go through college. So if they say, well, look, we have concerns about protests, things like this, and along with protests, there are various concerns of safety. If they say, well, look, we need to have another commencement speaker, maybe somebody that more students agree with, well, I agree with that.
Kelly.
I disagree with Matt's position. I understand it, but I definitely disagree with it because in my head, what's good for the goose is good for the gander, right? And I think there's a lot of pushback in how these students are reacting to officials, elected officials, appointed officials, frankly, any officials associated with the Biden administration. I think people are looking at that differently because they are coming from a predominantly left-wing point of view. I refer to when Betsy DeVos was a commencement speaker. I can't remember which HBCU it was.
But that was Bethune-Cookman.
Thank you. But I remember when there was huge pushback from that. And if I recall correctly, the students, for a majority of her speech, booed her, right? You don't want that as a memory of your commencement, period. Because like everybody on the panel has said thus far, these students have paid to be here. They have worked hard to get this degree. And you want that last memory to be the best memory possible as a final chapter closure for this leg of your journey in education and matriculation through this institution. So if that means that you do not want any type of government official who, by way of just having that job, being in that position, we don't know what her actual political stance is, but we do know that she's affiliated with the Biden administration. And by and large, we do know what the Biden administration stance is regarding this war on Gaza, right? And if students disagree with that positioning, any proxy associated with that positioning is going to be a point of contention. And given what we have seen on college campuses thus far, being USC, even George Washington or Georgetown down here in DC, several colleges and universities across the country, I can understand why Xavier does not want that kind of exposure and coverage of their university on one of their biggest days. So I understand Xavier's positioning here. I agree with it, just from the standpoint of, frankly, giving the students what they want because they deserve it. They've earned it.
Well, you're right. I mean, and the focus should stay on the students, on the graduates. That's what the focus should be. But you absolutely could expect there to be, protests there. And I think the White House probably has to prepare itself for the same thing happening when President Biden goes to Morehouse. That is going to happen. This was live video right here of Bethune-Cookman. You can pull the audio up when Betsy DeVos spoke. Pull it up. think Xavier Matt was trying to avoid that type of reaction.
Yeah, and look, I'm the first to admit it when I'm wrong. I did not recognize the most crucial point of all of this. Apparently, the SGA sent a letter to the administration saying the students did not want her. In that respect, I think that they made the right decision. If the students said that they didn't want her and the SGA, in whatever way they were able to ascertain that the majority of students did not want the commencement speaker, then it's absolutely for the students. And I think that that makes sense in that respect. I was of the impression, and I was incorrect, that Xavier did it just to avoid flack, essentially. And in that instance, I think they would be wrong. But if this is to give the students the culmination of their matriculation, then I think that's a different thing, and I would support it in that respect.
Well, Xavier, y'all looking for a speaker, y'all can call a brother.
Or me, a Sigma. I do commencement speeches also. I do commencement speeches.
Why?
Either one of us would be great. Either one of us would be great. Okay.
No, only one of us would be great.
Oh, we'll be great. I'm inspiring as well. I interweave history into my commencement speeches also. But,
what commencement speeches have you given?
I'm giving a few, Roland. I'm giving a few. It's been a few years.
Name them.
I do more lectures. There was a charter school here. It was there last year. And a sister invited me. I forgot the name of the charter school. It was a...
Hold up. How you have a few commencement speeches and you forgot the one you got invited to last week? Even Kelly looking like...
No, I ain't say last week.
Last year. How you can't even remember?
Last year.
I mean...
It's been a few years. I don't do it as much as you, Roland. I have done it.
It's been a few years. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I mean, I could sit here and say Wilberforce.
Yeah.
Jackson State.
Right.
Lemoyne Owen.
Right. But see, I've never been on CNN and MSNBC before.
Florida Memorial. I ain't been on CNN in 11 years.
But I've never been on CNN.
Florida Memorial. Stillman.
Right.
Lane.
Kelly, you came with that face.
South Carolina State.
Right.
University of Virginia, Lynchburg.
Well, maybe they'll call Michael M. Hotep. I do speak at events. I do get asked to speak.
Virginia State.
Yep.
Bowie State. And you want me to keep going?
No.
This is only a 2-hour show.
You want me to keep going? I mean, I think it's like
you don't do.
I think it's like
no, you spoke.
I think it's like 20. I think it's like 21, 22.
Yeah, because you would call me.
Matter of fact, hold on. Let me
the radio show.
Hold on, let me
you
see.
couldn't do it. That's how we connect.
Let me see. Hold on.
Because you say, Michael, I gotta speak. I gotta speak here tomorrow. Can you do my show? So I know you spoke there, Roland. Nobody's doubting that.
I mean, I'm just sitting here, just checking. I ain't.
Nobody say you didn't speak at HBCUs.
I ain't go to the wide shot, Anthony. Yeah, I ain't. I'm just saying. I ain't got. Since I'm just saying. See, let's see here. That's Bowie State right there. We can go ahead.
Right.
Hold up. Let me just go ahead. Right. That's Bowie State right there. So that's. I'm surprised Kelly ain't getting a little shout out her little school.
My little school. Wait a minute.
Let's see here what we got over here. All right, yeah.
No.
See, we got hold on, we got let's see here. That's Morgan State right there. That's Morgan State right there.
Right.
Hold on, let's see right here. What's this right here? Oh, that's Lincoln University in Pennsylvania. Well, I forgot Philander Smith, Texas Southern University. We ain't got time. I mean, I'm just saying.
Right.
Grambling State.
Nobody disputed that because I was one of the people that held down your radio show while you went to travel to go do the speeches. So nobody disputed that.
Yeah, just sometimes you got to remind folk. Sometimes you got to remind folk. Sometimes who starts feeling their oats. Sometimes you gotta let them know. Gotta let you Sigmas know that when you roll up against an alpha, it don't end well for you. All right, Kelly, why you looking like that?
Welcome back, Kelly. Welcome back. This is what you came back to.
Kelly, why? First of all, Kelly, he started it. He threw a little Sigma.
He did. Oh, no. I I know who my anger is directed at. That part, I'm good on it.
What? All I'm saying is I do commencement speeches too. That's all. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
He just couldn't remember the one he did last year.
It wasn't last year. It was at least 5 years ago.
Oh, God, no. 5 years.
It was a charter school that was closed.
Ooh, Lord, 5 years. Damn, it was a charter school that was closing. Michael, this is not going well for you.
You are not helping.
I'm serious.
No, Mike, this ain't going well. This ain't going well for you. This ain't.
You didn't hear me.
Now you said I did a charter school. You didn't say the closing part.
Oh no, yeah, it was that last year. It was a charter school that was closed. It was that last year, yeah.
Woo. Okay. All right. Let me go to a break because Michael needs to gather himself. Well, he's been gathered. He needs to collect himself. He's been gathered. And look. Hey, Matt, you can't blame this.
Cool.
Matt, you can't blame this one on me. I mean,
I'm cool. Blue fire all day. I'm smooth. I'm cool.
Yeah.
Let's go to commercial break.
Yeah, that every 5-year commencement. Okay.
Just go to commercial break.
My name's Bennett. I'm not in it.
That twice a decade commencement.
We never are, Matt. We never are.
that twice a decade commencement. All right. I ain't even gonna go get them 5 honorary degrees off the wall in my kitchen. All right. What you shaking your head for, Bat? I'm just saying.
My name's Bennett.
Break!
Let him go to break, brother. I'm good.
I own it. We ain't got to go to break. All right, we come back.
Fanbase is pioneering a new era of social media for the creator economy. This next generation social media app with over 600,000 users is raising $17 million, and now is your chance to invest. For details on how to invest, visit startengine.com/fanbase or scan the QR code. Another way we're giving you the freedom to be you without limits.